You smell that? Smells like the home opener, baby.
Go Argos, go, go, go!
What's up, everybody? This is Jude from Section 122, ArgosEndzone.com. Time for your Week 7 action. The Argos finally come home, and they open up the regular home season against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. As always, click the See More button down below here on the YouTube channel to go to the chapter you want to see. We're going to get things rolling with a quick look back at what happened last week. So, Argos lost to Hamilton last week, which sucks. In all honesty, I believe that the better team did not win, but the team that played better did. Just myself and Ricky Foley are feeling that way. Argos got off to a slow start. They gave up the special teams touchdown on a punt recovery, which was a classic CFL play. If you haven't seen it, then you're not watching TSN because they played it repeatedly as it's one of those classic CFL plays. A typical hat to Zach Collaros, who played very well for the Ticats. The Argos just missed their opportunities. They just couldn't get momentum going on either side of the ball. It was frustrating to watch as an Argos fan. And the injury bug is starting to pile up on our Argos again. Jeff Keeping is out again for six games. They lost Corey Greenwood to concussion for 6 games. Chad Owens is hobbled. This is not the way you want to go into your home opener with that many stars on the sidelines. The Argos have done very well with their depth to this point. It will be interesting to see what they come up with here on Saturday. Us fans know this is the Argos' first home game, regardless of what the CFL schedule says that they open the season at home, because Fort McMurray, Alberta is not where the Argos play their home games, all right? I don't care what anybody says. So, they're coming home and they're going to face a very, very dangerous Saskatchewan Roughriders team. I say dangerous because this is a team that has not yet won this season. And I just find it hard to believe that this team, which is only 1 year removed from a Grey Cup championship, could falter this badly. I know they've been bitten by the injury bug, but I think they're better than their record says. And I really hope they don't realize it this week against our Argos. As I was saying before, the Argos have had a ton of injuries on both sides of the ball, so you're looking at what the team can do from a depth perspective, as well as the adjustments on the coaching side to make sure you're calling the plays that will maximize the skill set of the players you have available to you. So, on offense, they're still rolling on offense. Trevor Harris continues to move the ball very, very effectively, mixing it up to his 3 rookie receivers who have been playing beyond their experience at this level. It's been a ton of fun to watch them develop, and I think you're going to start seeing, and I think you saw it against Hamilton for that matter, the defensive schemes are starting to key on these players. They're starting to understand their tendencies and what they're capable of doing. So I think that's going to be a factor as well. Saskatchewan has given up a ton of points. So outside of John Chick, who's still incredibly dangerous, but hasn't been near as effective without Ricky Foley on his other side to take away some of those double teams, they haven't been able to put a lot of pressure on opposing quarterbacks and be able to disrupt and halt an opposing offense. So I think you're going to see the Argos putting up some big points. The question is, can they keep Saskatchewan from doing the same? As the Riders, I believe, are among the league leaders in points scored. They just couldn't outscore what their defense was allowing. Now, they've, of course, gone to their third-string quarterback, which is a whole other conversation. They still got a strong two-headed beast at running back, and the receivers, you know their names. You know, it's Getzlaff, it's Weston Dressler, it's Robert. They've got these guys that can get open and make plays downfield. So I think what's going to happen this week is we're going to see a ton of scoring. It's just a question of who has the ball at the end of the game. It might come down to one of those situations this week. To be totally honest, I almost went with Scott Milanovic as the one to watch this week, as the players have been dropping like flies. It's tough to get. You don't have your starting roster healthy right now. There's so many holes. So this is kind of a tough one to pick. I think I'm going to go with James Juracek on defense. We all know that James is a non-import. He's a Canadian player. And I think back to, his start against Hamilton at Rogers Center late last year, where he ended the game with that sack on Collaros. I think this is his opportunity to make some noise and prove he belongs to be starting on the starting defense. So I'm going to keep an eye on number 47, James Yurchuk, on defense. On offense, I'm looking at Torrey Gurley, who has been playing extremely well and has been clutched down in the red zone, using his size to overpower a lot of defenders and make an impact there as a big target for Trevor Harris. So I'm thinking keep an eye on those two players this week, and let's see if we can get some results for our double blue this week. So in terms of a score prediction, as I said earlier, I'm expecting a lot of points to be scored, in particular on the Argos side of the ball. If you look back to what happened the last time these two teams played, there was a double overtime game. Now that was with Kevin Glenn at quarterback. So I'm not convinced that Saskatchewan can put up those numbers again, but I have full faith in the Argos' ability to put those same numbers up. I guess it's more of a question of how if these depleted Argos defense can keep the Riders off the board. So it could be a high-scoring affair. I'm going to go with a 42-27 Argos win, just because. Sorry, Clay, and congrats, Kevin. That'll wrap things up for Week 7. Hope you had some fun. Feel free to comment down below on what you like or didn't like, and follow us on our social media feeds. We've got Twitter, we're on Facebook, we've got YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. We'll keep things going on here. And it's a 7 o'clock kickoff here on Saturday at Rogers Center. Again, first time back at the Dome for the Argos' final regular season at the Dome. This will be fun. It's the Riderville always travels well. There'll be a ton of green in town. It's a Saturday. It should be a good weather. Hey, the Jays play in New York. It's a 1 o'clock opening pitch there. So you got plenty of time to get down to the Dome for 7 o'clock and cheer on another blue-wearing team in that building. It'll be fun. You got to come down. It's going to be great. There's for you season ticket holders, remember there's a chance you can actually bring people to the game at no charge. Check your season ticket holder book because you can bring people down. We can fill the stadium and make a ton of noise. Speaking of making noise, the Argos cheerleaders calendar is out again this year. Find your favorite cheerleader, get your autographs, get your calendar, make it happen. Trust me, it's going to be worth it. If it's even half as good as last year's, then you're going to want to get this. It's a fantastic calendar, okay? Yeah, so make sure you get it. So, Saturday, 7 o'clock, Rogers Center. Be there. Zero excuse not to be. Until next time, this is Drew from Section 122 and ArgosEndzone.com reminding you that we ride the rail and we ride the